Hello, Morocco. Today's video is about procrastination. It's something that we all struggle with. I mean, why do today what can easily be pushed to tomorrow? Relax, there's plenty of time. Until there isn't. Postponing the stuff we know we should do often means it never happens, it's done late, or we end up under a lot of pressure and stress. It doesn't have to be like this. You can beat procrastination, accomplishing what you need to do when you need to do it. How? I've got 6 tips to help you conquer the procrastination problem. Actually, it was going to be 7, but unfortunately I never got around to finishing the last one. Number 1, mornings matter. If it has to happen first. A great piece of financial advice is pay yourself first. That means if you want to set aside some of your income for savings and investments, it's best to do it right away, as soon as you receive your salary. If you wait until the end of the month and invest whatever money's left over, you'll most likely spend too much and invest too little. You need to pay yourself first. Your willpower, your discipline, your focus, your energy, your strength to do difficult things, it's just like your money. You need to pay yourself first, meaning you need to start your day with the things that are really important, but not urgent. Recent scientific experiments have revealed that willpower is like a muscle. It gets tired from overuse. After a long day of work or classes, our discipline is depleted. Our ability to do difficult things is lower than when the day is young. So if you've got a project or task you need to complete, schedule it in the morning when your willpower will be strongest. If something has to happen, it has to happen first. Mornings matter. Number 2 is the elephant rule. 1 bite at a time. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. We often procrastinate on tasks that are daunting. They're large, they're difficult, or they're boring. This point helps us tackle projects that are large, like an elephant. It's important to break down a large task into bite-sized, manageable pieces, milestones that you can check off on your way to completing the whole thing. You know, they say the longest journey starts with a single step. Actually, it starts with putting on your shoes, or checking the map, or filling up your water bottle. Break the task down into tiny steps. If you're really struggling with an elephant-sized task in your life, break it down into steps that will only take 2 minutes. You need to write a 3,000-word report? Just start by creating a document and giving it a title. Scribble a list of 10 ideas. Find 3 websites with information you can use as research. Make a goal of writing 1 sentence 3 times a day. Break it down into tiny steps. It's the elephant rule, which leads to number 3, momentum. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. When you use the elephant rule and break down tasks into tiny steps, you start to gain some momentum. As you finish tiny tasks, it gives you energy and motivation, and your progress encourages you to keep going. You know, picture dominoes. If it's simple to knock over the first one in a tiny task, it helps you knock over the next one and the next one. But be careful that you don't get derailed. Since it can be so hard to get started on something difficult or large or boring, make sure that you don't lose your momentum by a simple distraction. Which brings us to number 4, eliminate distractions. Just before I wrote this sentence, my computer beeped with a notification and I nearly went and checked the message rather than continuing my train of thought. Writing a video script is hard work. I need to think and I need to concentrate, so it's tempting to escape and run away to something easier and more fun like social media or email. Don't allow someone else to destroy your progress, to remove a domino and kill your momentum. Sign out, mute, use airplane mode, put your phone in another room. Give yourself the space to capitalize and the momentum to really make a dent in that elephant. Remember that the reason you're procrastinating on something is typically because it's large, it's difficult, or it's boring. So your brain will naturally be tempted by chatting with a friend, having a snack, or scrolling social media. Remove those temptations for short spurts of focused work. Number 5, get accountability. If we're procrastinating on something important, then we need some help. People around us who can hold us accountable to the goals we set for ourselves. Some people are more likely to exercise if they have a personal trainer or if they meet a friend at the gym. Some people are more likely to study or to make progress on a project if they have an appointment with a friend to work on it together. Some people need to give their phone to a sibling and tell them to guard it for an hour while they do some focused work. Don't give me this back until I'm done. We can enlist the help of others to hold us accountable. Have you ever said, "I do my best work under pressure"? What you mean is that you rely on the accountability of a deadline to force you to focus. When it's the night before and you've got hours of work to do, the pressure gives you the strength to resist the temptations that would normally distract you. Watching a series on Netflix, cleaning, scrolling social media, whatever you normally run away to, you can't when you're facing a deadline. This is accountability. But don't say you do your best work under pressure. You could do better work when your mind is fresh or when you have time to edit or refine your ideas instead of scrambling to get something done and out the door. I do my best work under pressure is someone who needs accountability. And finally, number 6, strengthen your why. We procrastinate on things that are large, difficult, or boring. So then why not just skip them altogether? It's natural to desire short-term comfort and to avoid suffering. It's normal to choose the path of least resistance, to choose pleasure over pain. So why do you want to do this thing that you're procrastinating from? Studying for the exam leads to passing the class, which leads to getting your degree, which leads to getting a job, which leads to making money. You have to remember your why. Finishing the project leads to getting a promotion or winning a new client. Hitting the gym leads to the body you want. Reading the book leads to the brain that you want. Having a clear vision of why eating this elephant will benefit you is crucial to gain the motivation to start. If you don't truly desire the end result, then the first 5 helpful tips won't come in handy. You need to be willing to pay the price, to choose short-term pain for the long-term gain, to suspend your comfort in the present in order to gain something greater in the future. That's the key of personal development. But it starts with a clear vision of why something matters, why something is worth the effort. The vision grows the desire. So if you want to stop procrastinating, number 1, mornings matter. If it has to happen first. Number 2, the elephant rule. Break it down into bite-sized pieces. Number 3, momentum. Let one domino knock over the next. Number 4, eliminate distractions. Don't let your phone enslave you. Number 5, get accountability. And number 6, strengthen your why. Keep a clear vision of why this elephant matters to you. All right, guys, feel free to add your tips for battling procrastination in the comments or any extra questions you have about this topic. And until next time, get wisdom.